Hello everybody. It is Faladaddy checking in again. It's been a minute, so I figured I'd whirl up the thing. Hey Adam Nations, welcome. Where are we dropping? I'm not sure what that means, but we are here in the mines, where we've been for a good while now. When did I roll? Last year. April? So, is what it is. Alright. Let's see here. What to report on? I know I'm gonna have to answer like a bajillion questions. Because if I start answering questions this early or like explaining everything, then there's not gonna be people here. So I'll have to explain again, but that's okay. In game? Oh, can we drop by? Okay, I understand, board. I think the context of today's stream will be hard to make that happen. Because, so, it's like here. We have recently, wow, my bank's messed up. We finished smelting all of our runite bars. So we took over about 700,000 coal and rune to the furnace, which took about 2 months. And I'm just popping this in my calculator, making sure it is over 1 bill when you multiply it by 1,200 or 12,800. Oh, it's 996.5 mil, but then I have this, which brings it up to 1 bill. Okay. So yeah, we're good. We've smelted all of our rune. Took 2 months. I anticipated it was gonna take about 1 month, but I think I had a bad anticipation there. And life's just busy, but thanks everybody for stopping by. So that means that the next thing on our list, so I guess just to go over the plan a little bit more, again, because it's always been so long since I've last talked to people that people forget. But the goal is we unlocked the East Chunk last year, right? Not there. And now we have the bag plant cellar, and we already had the construction cape. And really we don't have a house portal, but we have a way to teleport back to our chunks, and we have a way to teleport to the house. So really we have all the ingredients that we need. We don't have a saw, but the bag plants don't require a saw. They just require a watering can, which we can get from the gardener here. So we have all the ingredients we need, so why not do it? There's lots of reasons not to do it, but I chose to do it. And if you were to go for 99 construction from about where I'm at about 65-ish, it would cost about, well, okay, so there's a couple different ways you could get there. They have different tiers, costs of bag plants. And you could go for the cheap ones, which would cost the least amount of money, which is what Limport had to do. And if Ferrif rolls that chunk next, which I hope he does, then he'd, have to just get 420 mil for the cheapest bag plants, because you can walk to there. But because my only source of law runes, I have two sources basically. One is killing white knights for a 1 out of 128 drop of 3 law runes, and then the other is to get law runes from passive essence simplings at a rate of 1 out of 100 for 11 of them. Both of those sound awful, and because it's so awful, it's actually more efficient. It takes less days if I get more expensive trees. And so I'm doing bagged U trees, so I need fewer law runes. To get all the way to 99, that would be about 1.7 bill. I'm just doing a first chunk of 1 bill because there is another way to get construction experience in my chunk using Forestry Part 2. I can like chop hop spawn forestry events to get token experience from the beehives. And that experience scales with your construction level. So at level 93, it might actually be faster than what I'm doing right now. So we're going to take a little break, give it a good shake, see if that's better. And if it's not, we'll just finish out the other 700 mil like we've been doing. But yeah, so that is only possible if we make lots of money. And we have the rune, as you can see from this. We have all the rune for making lots of money. Of course, that's a G average. This is actually all that we would actually have right now. So we have to make them into something that's worth more to Alk. So the best thing for money per bar would be rune plate legs. But you'll see the conundrum right here. This takes 99, and we are not 99. And so that's where the next mission comes in. We need to get 99 smithing. More specifically, we need 98 plus 1 boost with our Dwarven Stout that we got from the pub. So we need to get 98 smithing. And the best way to do that, I mean, I could do lots of stuff here, but it would probably involve mining more coal and whatnot. Maybe I could use these, but the anvil's really far away. Same for these. Like, you'd have to have a pretty high tier bar for it to be better experience than struts. But you would get something out of it, I suppose. But I am going to be doing struts because I think it's the fastest. So today we begin taking on struts. So, all right, and with that, take any questions. And you guys will get to see how awesome struts are. Truly the best. Hey, Lone Hydra, good to see you. Good to see you. There it is, baby. There we go. How much XP is that? I didn't even check. We get 138, not bad. Smelting a rune bar is 50. I could do 6 per inventory, so this is much faster than that. Start hopping or AFK fletching while they break? I'm definitely going to be hopping. That'll make it much faster. I don't have any active fletching goals, and I'm going to be, for my crafting, I'm going to be making amethyst arrows, like hundreds of thousands of them, so that'll get me some pretty high levels. Hey Zach S. I miss your videos. How long have you been sucking out? 3 years yet? Yeah, I started in August of 21. So, whatever that is. Well, I guess it's been 4 years now. Yeah, 4 years. You gotta get 99 smithing with struts. That is true. Well, I don't have to, but I choose to. It's really probably not that bad. It's just not super AFK. But you know, changing up your grind every 2 months isn't really that bad. Like, going for, like, whatever it was, almost like 2 years or something on the trees, that got kind of tough towards the end, but it does slightly go up. It also scales with your level. I don't quite remember what it is. It's like, it's not 1.5 your level, is it? Let's see, like 92, 1.5. Yeah, it is. It's 1.5 your level. Also, the wiki says that the best method for this is to actually hop loop your worlds, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I cannot be bothered. When I could just push this button to go whatever the next world is, you know? About 45. Yeah, it's really not that bad, especially considering you don't really need anything. Which, I mean, if you want, like, spoiler alert, perhaps. Maybe I shouldn't say it. But Verf also recently went over how good struts are. So, yeah. Because it's super nice. You don't really have to, there's no, like, prep or anything. Hey, old sauce boss. Sauce boss? Maybe that's probably what it is. Old sauce boss, good name. Finally able to catch a live stream. Love your stuff, man. Hey, glad you could make it. I know my stream time is sporadic and usually at an inconvenient time for just about everybody. So I apologize, but at least I'm streaming right now, right? So I got it. It took me a while. Yo, Brennan, welcome. Rare sight, happy to see you grinding, kid. Yep, we back here. Well, we really never left, but now we're showing YouTube that we're still here. So, S, welcome. I do live, yes, still alive, kicking and fighting and strutting, or something like that. Which actually, depending on when my children wake up, if they wake up in the middle of the night, I'll probably get a level on stream here. Because, yeah, it took about 2 months to go from 84 to 92 and almost 93 smithing, smelting all the rune. It's pretty, honestly, not bad. I mean, for time-wise, that's pretty slow, but I'm glad I got all that experience that I didn't have to get a struts. So. What's your preferred treatment for diaper rash? Now we're asking the real questions. We just have this huge tub of Desitin that, like, I guess it's diaper rash cream. But we only have one in diapers now, so we're living the good life. But we'll be living the even better life when she's potty trained. Is what it is. Have you been playing much? Haven't caught a stream in a while? Well, the reason you haven't caught a stream in a while probably is because I haven't streamed in a while. Definitely. Yeah, last time I streamed was 2 months ago when I finished all the mining of runite ore. I've been playing quite a bit. I mean, the time played has gone up just like it always has. I haven't taken any breaks or anything, so it's still going strong. Just I don't think YouTube appreciates how I I don't give it much love after months, so I will reset my RuneLight tracker of XP and we can track that a little bit more closely, Brennan. It's a good idea. Someone up above thought that it would be about 45k per hour. We'll see. Hey Daniel, welcome. Yes, Faladaddy. Oh no, that's the worst. I hopped and it's still there. Do I go back? I don't know. Alright, I'm going back. But now I gotta go double forward. What's that mean? I don't even remember what you get at 93. I've been boosting to get whatever the next thing is, so it'll be, I guess, Rune Warhammer this level. Exciting. Invigorating. At level 90, it tops at 54k XP per world. And at 99... interesting. Sounds like a dream. I'm struggling hitting 70 on my free-to-play vanilla chunk boy. Also, only being able to play like an hour here or there doesn't help. Yeah. It's hard to stack meaningful progress but it does happen over time. I mean, especially like free to play, it's tough. So, hey, Arctis hairs. I butchered that, I'm sure. They give me Secateurs madness. Indicate the tree trouble. That's true. That's true. Yes. Which I still can't believe. They reworked the shop and did not add secateurs. Like I'm pretty sure that they reworked the shop because I was talking to Mod Ash about it, and his takeaway from our conversation was that it should be a shop instead of a menu option that you select. And I guess that it is better that way, but like it's not it's not what I was asking for. Also a spade. Why don't they sell a spade? What the heck? Yes, I agree with Brandon. Let's ride. Oh, per hour. Yeah, that makes more sense. Hey Zelnoth, when do you think you'll be leaving the chunk? Smiley face. Thanks for the smiley face. Let's see. It's a long off guess right now. Oh, I don't think. It's also kind of hard because I haven't, like, I'm like 42-ish% done with my law runes just because I've never used any of them and done lots of white knights. When I'm really going, you know, amethyst arrows, rune scimitar, that kind of stuff, I don't know how fast that'll be. But I'm estimating it's going to take a good couple months. Probably take... I was guessing it would take like 2 months of strats. I don't know. But I'm just going to pretend like it's 2 months for this, 2 months for smithing the plate legs probably, and then a good couple months at least. I'll just conservatively say half a year. So that's 10 months from now. And then using them will take a good while. I have to hop and buy each of those trees one per world. 50,000 of them. I don't know how long that'll take. I'll just call that a month. 11 months. And then I'll be 93. So like at this time next year, I expect to be 93 construction. We'll just say that. And then it will have been from here to when I rolled the tunk, it would have chunk, not tunk. Would have been what, 2.5 years? So if I were to continue with that, it'd be 70% of 2.5 years, which is 2.5 times 0.7, 1.75 years for the doing that again. So, like maybe 3 years-ish, Just napkin math there. Hey, the real Gibby. The Falador man himself. Yes, yes, it's true. I'm one of many Falador Chunkmen these days. Do you need a lot of stuff to leave? I need a decent amount of stuff to leave. The main thing is the 99 construction kit. That's the big one. The other thing, I still need a couple like drop logs or drop tables that I've been putting off because they'll be quick. And then the other thing is 89 crafting, which I'm planning on just AFKing a lot of amethyst and making a heck of a lot of arrows. Which that could also take a while. Yo, Brandon, thanks for the $50 super chat. That's very generous. Keep it up, King. Here's something for the tea fund. Oh, there we go. True. I can't get sun tea anymore. Although this weekend, actually, probably I could have made sun tea. Not gonna lie, it was pretty toasty out. But all right, I'll have to have to take the wife out for some boba. Hey Henry, it is that Buzzfeller. We are still alive. Still doing chunkiest things. The goal timing is kind of insane. Like, you could probably max an account from scratch by the by the time I leave this chunk from right now. Just get started. Hey Everrook. Glad to see you still at it, sir. Also glad to catch a stream. Keep it up. Smiley face. Yeah. I'm glad you could be here for it. Coleman, welcome. Bezos, what's up, man? Hey. We're here. We're doing the struts. Every Chunkman that comes through these parts has to do the struts. So we're just paying our dues. Three years is kids play. Faladaddy can have 2 more kids in that time easy. He can enlist his kids to keep the account moving. True. 3 years in the future. Wow. Wow. My oldest will be 9. Jeez. That makes me sound ancient. There's this dude Vol who's getting 200 mil in every skill 1 at a time. He recommended me your vids. Man, you're insane, bro. Well, it sounds like I'm good company then, because that also sounds kind of insane. So. Wait, why are you doing struts? I thought you had to smith runes so you could afford bag plants. That is correct. But I don't get the best GP per bar until level 99. So it puts me in a bit of an awkward spot. I could do rune swords, but then I'd have to go back to rune ore and smelting, because I'm going to need more of them. And then I'd be making, the same amount of ore, or same amount of rune stuff, and it'd be more rune stuff, and I'd be getting, I'd be way overdoing my 99 smithing, I'd way overshoot it that way, like even more than I will this way. But yeah, I just figured this is the fastest, and I really don't want to do rune swords. I'd rather do rune plate legs. Hey goth guy, welcome. What's the approximate XP per hour on struts? Asking for my free-to-play UAM, who is doing iron with Rings of Forging in the desert at the moment. Doesn't sound like... Are Rings of Forging free-to-play? Well, I know that this is not free-to-play. But right now, I just recently reset my tracker, and it's saying 36k right now at 92. I don't know if that's correct or not. There's probably ways to speed this up. Like, I've heard that looping a certain set of worlds is faster, but I'm not doing that right now. Just going next. Oh, they are Rings of Forging? Oh. Guess it shows how long it's been since I played free to play. Are there cosmic runes? Are there cosmic runes in free-to-play? There's gotta be, right? Hold up. Let me Google this. Cosmic rune. Alright. Those are free-to-play, right? Members, no. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm getting old. Losing it. Really? I have to pay an NPC. Interesting. Oh, okay, so it was made free to play. Okay. So last time I played, that was accurate. Good to know. It's been a long time since I did free to play though. I remember I ran into a OneChunk man here once. But that was the last time I was doing struts, which was forever ago. Is he still on? I know his name. Mr. Box. You should be able to search this, by the way. That guy. Did he get 99? Still pulling it up. I know it probably doesn't matter to you guys, but yes, he did. He did get 99. So I'm not going to meet him here. Good to know. Yeah, I know. Like, what? Rings of Forging? I feel like that's something I was scheming with my brother when we had recently become members. About how cool they were and how it's the best moneymaker or something. Hey, Bruce Cake. Welcome, welcome. There he is. You might need to fist fight Bear soon enough. Yeah. Well, I just hope that he rolls the West chunk. Then I'll be in better company, you know? Then he'll have to come into my realm instead of like this shared realm that we're in right now, the Eastern chunk, you know? Can I like add to canvas? There you go. Oh, that's fighting. Alright, now you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. I allowed you to leave. Yes. Ow, permitted. Well, we have 26k experience left. At this rate, we'll get that in 40 minutes. So like at 11 Central Daylight Time. So, set your alarms, everybody. A benevolent ruler. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like I own the Eastern chunk yet. I feel like I'm a Western chunk boy, you know? I don't know who would be in control of this Eastern chunk, though. Like, I guess you could say Limport. Maybe you could say Bowser, maybe. Stabby Trucker, where are you in the USA? I am in the Central Time Zone. I'm in the Lord's Time Zone. I am in a Great Plains state where we love football. Pro tip for you, Buzz, install the World Cycle plugin. There's a plugin for that? It was a World Hopper plugin. I feel like that's what I'm using. I feel like this is worth my time looking into. Is that what I'm using? What am I using? I think it's on the site. Okay, not seeing it. World. Oh wait, just look it up. World Cycle. Alright, we have installed it. Okay, one second. How does it cycle? Display previous world, display current world. How does that show up? Oh. Oh. Display next world. How do I change it? To like pick worlds. But I need to disable. What do I have right now? That's like a world hopper. Okay, so I have to disable world hopper. And we're stuck on this one for a sec here. Switch that to numpad. Oh, how do you... I'm not seeing a spot where I can like enter the worlds. Like, can I move this? Oh, you can see it? No, no, you can't. Okay. I'd have to change my OBS and I'm a noob at that. Wait, accept party cycle? I don't know what that means. I'm lost. Wait, is it like something in here? No. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright, I found it. I think. Okay, you said, wow, 600s? I have not scrolled this far. A long time. 600, wow. Okay, but you said 505 is a good range. 505 to 525. Are those all consecutive? Yes. Alright. I will type off screen for a while. And you will watch me do nothing. It's probably good because the only time I'll be on room light. Oh, you can see me doing stuff. Can you do like a range? That'll be way too cool. Let me try it. 505-525. You can't use a dash. Oh, just comments. Okay. Thanks. Ah, 20. Oh, geez. 1, 2. Oh, let's get going quick. Not 5. 3. Okay. Boom. And now, if we do plus, it should take us to 505. There you go. We've come to the promised land. It's a good sign, boys. I should have paused my XP counter. Oh well. Hey, grannies. Strut content. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Tangleroot incoming. Well, it'd be a miracle because I don't think you can get them from struts. So, Tangleroot, that was a tough decision in my first chunk. I'll admit that. It was, I decided not to go for it because it's very time-based and I have a horrible way of doing it. And so I'll give it another shot when I have another patch or so. Make it a requirement again. I would be working towards it passively, except I've been stuck in the mines for a year and a half now, I think. Pretty much. And I have chopped down 0 trees and received 0 seeds. So I cannot plant any trees with no seeds, so... A log out limit. Yeah, I know I'm going to hit the hop limit eventually. And at that point, I'm probably going to... I can either do Amethyst or kill White Knights. TBD, I guess. Jack the One, strutting takes up all your time now? Well, as of, like, the beginning of the stream, yeah. This is... I recently, finished smelting all my rune bars, and now I have to get the level 2 that I need to use them to make rune plate legs, an absurd amount of them. So I'll be stuck here till 98 smithing. So this will take up all my time now. But when we hit the hop limit, we'll have to pick an activity. But I know last time I was doing struts, I did struts to 84. I hit the log out limit quite a bit. And then you really just need to do like an hour or so to like reset. Just an hour of not hopping. Something like that. The earliest Brit world? That'd be 500. I could add those. I know that the wiki has like some recommended cycle size for optimum XP, but alright, I'm gonna look. Preparing struts. Strut. Or at least I did when I last looked at this page. These experience rates can be achieved by hopping a rotation of between 18 to 22 worlds repeatedly. Regular hopping will result in about half to 2/3 of the experience. Wow. That's actually fairly significant. I'll have to do regular hopping on mobile though, because I'm not gonna be paying attention. Yeah, mobile doesn't even have like a press this button to hop to next kind of feature, as far as I know. Maybe I should take a couple of worlds off here to make it in that sweet spot. I'll make it 20 in size. Which, wait, this is 20 in size. Oh my gosh. We are prime. We are optimal right now. Yeah, so obviously the benefit here is that you get a lot of double broken worlds. Just report all the bots you see. Alright, this guy's going down. You Ironman Mexa. Who plays Ironman in 2025? Okay. Have you spooned an Onyx yet? No. I don't know how many gem bags I had. I had quite a few, but I did not spoon the Onyx, unfortunately. Yeah, it would be awesome if you could give the stream a like. It's more eyes on Buzz. Yes, I need the eyeballs. So if anyone has like 3 eyes, that's even better. But, I mean, you could like it. It's kind of fun to see that number go up. You know, we're RuneScape, number go up. Fun. But, do you have an Android phone? Yes, I have a Samsung Galaxy S23 FE. You need my model number? My IP address? MAC address? Hey Lily, yo, this content is fire. I'm not sure that's what I call this, but thanks for the compliment. Hope you're doing well, Buzz. Smiley face. I'm doing pretty well, yeah. Tomorrow's actually my son's first day of kindergarten, so big day. And it's week 0 of college football, so we made it, boys. How exciting. Yes, quite. Alright, that's a robot. You're going to jail. Actually, probably is. Why would you get 9? Alright, I'm not gonna risk it, but suspicious. Recently got the Galaxy Fold 6. Ooh. Cool. Those things do look pretty cool, honestly. I don't know what I would do with that. Like, I don't know. It's like a tablet, right? It can be kind of a tablet. I don't know. Actually, it'd be pretty sweet because when I play in split screen right now, like, I play in like, I don't know what you call it. But you can have where you have 2 apps open at the same time. So I'll have Chrome Remote Desktop into my normie Iron account on my desktop here. And then I'll have the mobile client doing playing Faladaddy here. So I can play 2 at once in a strictly legal way for according to Jagex. Who's your college team that you root for? Well, if I were to tell you that this year the Nebraska Cornhuskers will make it to the college football playoff, would you believe me? Because that's what half of the Husker fans think. I'll tell you. Look into the accessibility zoom feature for helping with world hopping. You can configure it to zoom a particular portion of your screen, making it easier to tap the worlds to hop. That would be huge, actually. Well, literally huge, right? Have mine set up where it pops up when I hold the volume buttons down. Volume up and down buttons. Drag the zoom window. Huh. Interesting. It's not obvious I did struts on my 99 extreme. Or I did struts 99 on my extreme OneChunk account. It is becoming rather apparent based on this conversation. Yeah. Better times, right? I don't know what you're doing now, but that sounds like better times. Love the content. Glad to hear you're doing well. Thanks, Coleman Walker. I'm doing pretty well. I go over the accessibility zoom thing in my last unlisted live stream if you want to check it out. Not a bad shout. Oh, sorry. Let me try to find accessibility there. Because I do a lot of mobile. I feel like when you have long grinds like this and still want to, like, you know, live life, you have to do a lot of mobile. Accessibility, there it is. Advanced settings. I don't know, is that advanced? Vision enhancements. I feel like I'm on the right page here. Magnifier. Screen zoom. Use the slider. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Don't you dare. No! Ah! That's a robot. That's a robot. He's not a robot. He already has 99 smithing. What are you doing here? Nope, 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 nope. Ah! Oh, okay, there it is. That's probably it. The magnifier shortcut. I feel like I'm on the right. I'll mess with this tomorrow. I'm streaming right now. But streaming riveting content. Aren't rivets related to cogs and stuff? The Jetsons, maybe? Rivets. Rivet. A rivet. No. Yes! Clever. Clever Faladaddy. What do rivets look like? Because I need to see if there's any rivets on this thing. Alright. So it's like a push thing. That could be what I'm shoving in there, maybe. Although, it is a blob. I'm not convinced that this is structurally sound, by the way. But I am only 65 construction, so I don't really know. A rivet gun? Alright. Gonna avoid that rabbit hole and close that tab. Hey, Juke Luke. That's it. Makes my day to see this account still going. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Still going. If you ever want to check on the account, okay, this is every time I stream, you find out if my link still works. Let me find out. Because at the bottom of my stream, there should be a. Okay. There should be a link to my temple, which will show like my XP progress, and then my Faladaddy Progress spreadsheet. Does the link work this time? It did not work last time. It loaded. Does it have my stuff from today? No. Okay. So you can always track kind of what I update this every day. I don't know if people actually look at it, but it's fun for me to watch. So so you can always verify that there's a heartbeat behind this account by checking those out. But unless something goes seriously wrong, I don't foresee myself stopping this account for a long time. Color magnification. I think I was on. Was that magnified? I was near the right area, for sure. Do I like sci-fi? Probably kind of depends on the sci-fi. Like I've watched a lot of the Star Trek stuff. What else is sci-fi? I would consider myself more of a Trekkie than a whatever you call a Star Wars-y person. Because you're supposed to distinguish between those two types of sci-fi likers. In general, I don't really like... I'm just a curmudgeon about watching films and stuff. I'm no fun to watch anything with. So, like, new stuff, I'm just too jaded for most of the new kind of stuff. I thought I recognized Bruce Lee, but I just been serious. Ah, I see. Always happy to find fellow Buzz enjoyers. Yeah, this would be a good place to find them. Not gonna lie. Perhaps the best place. Although there is actually, I do have a Discord. Do I have that link too? Should we see if that link works? Or is there even a link? I don't know. I mostly focus on clicking in this game, and I don't actually look at my YouTube channel very much. Let's see. Okay, hold up here. Do I have a Discord? I do have. Wow, look at me. So if you want to join the Discord, can't promise I'll post much, but if you post something there, I will respond to you. So that's a good way to talk to the heartbeat behind the account. Alright, what other links do I have down here? I should just verify all of them. Donation? I'm not sure if that even works anymore. Chunk picker. That's true. I do. The chunk picker is there. I don't know how accurate that is. Have I updated my tasks here recently? Okay. Seems about right. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna get to cross off wield a rune warhammer. That's exciting. That's gonna be tonight. We're gonna get one of our chunk tasks done tonight. Wow. Cool. I was considering a long time ago switching my map ID to Buzz, B-U-Z, because that would be just kind of cool. But that kind of seems like, you know, special treatment to get your map changed, so it's gonna stick with my GNH gonorrhea. So it's kind of special treatment too, if you think about it. So. I meant like the Red Rising series of books by Pierce Brown. It's sci-fi and a fantasy wrapper. Let's see. Sci-fi fantasy wrapper. Red Rising. Search Google for Red Rising. People also asked, is Red Rising spicy or not? Descriptive violence. Oh dear. Interesting. Might have to check it out. Although if I were to read something, it'd probably be like an audiobook kind of thing. Not that I'm illiterate. I'm only half illiterate. But like that would be the easiest way for me to consume a book. Like I went through the Bible in an audiobook format, like I haven't read to you, and I took like a month or two on my commutes home back to and from work. So that would be like the time frame where I would do it. Commute, but literate enough to read chat. Only sometimes. I mean, I can barely pronounce most of people's names. Source will change it if you sub to the Patreon for $5. That's fair. They're kind of paying for it, honestly. But $5 is $5. Found another Supreme Enjoyer recently. Instant sub when Buzz got mentioned. Well, thanks. Oh, it does have an audiobook. Cool, cool. Very consumable. What did it taste like? The real questions. That's right. I'll probably stick with my GNH gonorrhea, you know. Because gonorrhea sticks with you, you know. Isn't that the same? I'm gonna pretend like I know about STDs over here. Tasted like knowledge covered in chocolate. Mm. I feel like that would taste like chocolate though. Error 404. Welcome. What's your favorite Blizzard flavor from Dairy Queen? We do have quite a few good Blizzards. Growing up, the only time that we went to Dairy Queen, though, was after, like, band concerts and choir concerts and stuff like that. We'd go out and get Dairy Queen Blizzards. So, as an adult, I have had fewer band and choir concerts. So I haven't gone as much as I used to. And at the time, when I was a kid, it was like, well, if you compare the price of, like, McDonald's, like, the price of, like food, McDonald's, to, like, Dairy Queen, it was like, you're paying a lot at Dairy Queen. So we didn't go there to, like, eat. It was only ever, really, for, like, treats. But I'd have to probably say my favorite is Butterfinger. Something about just vanilla ice cream and Butterfinger crushed up is just so good. I tried to convince my wife that it was like S tier, and she did not take the bait. I don't know. Knowledge flavor just isn't for me. Prefer brain rot. Yes, yes. Acquired taste. Just messaged you a screenshot of my screen setup on mobile when world hopping on Discord. Your wife's correct. Oh no. Butterfinger. I'm with you, Lone Hydra. Hey Switch, how's it going, man? It's going pretty good. We wrapped up the smelting portion of the 1 bill grind. Now we're moving on to the smithing part. So, gotta get 98, and then we're gonna get lots and lots of room plate legs, but we will only have 2 legs, so we'll have to alch all of the other ones, you know? And then we'll get like a bajillion GP. And then we'll get a whole bunch of bag plants. And people will cringe as I spend 1 billion GP getting 93 construction. Instead of like most of a TiVo. Yeah, it's like 2/3 of a TiVo. Weren't missing much. Dairy Queen's food is lacking. Yeah, I mean, I've hardly had their food. My thing is, I like spicy food. So like, if you don't have a spicy option for your like burgers or anything, I'm not gonna know what to get, and you're not gonna be impressed with anything. Because I like spice in my life. There was an ice cream, and I can never remember what brand it was, with the Butterfingers filled. This stuff is so good. Sounds good. Honestly, I haven't had just a Butterfinger bar ever. Sponsored by Big Butterfinger. So, chocolate ice cream. Interesting. Chocolate ice cream Butterfinger. I don't even know what that would taste like. I've just always been a vanilla guy for ice cream. I don't know. My wife's chocolate everything, so we balance out. But like, we went to this like fancy ice cream place the other day with our kids. Somehow we spent $30 on ice cream. How does that happen? Anyway, and I just got 2 scoops of vanilla. And she's like, I married that guy, that boring dude over there. 2 scoops of vanilla. That's my husband. They have like all kinds of different flavors. Yeah, I'll take vanilla, please. Spicy ice cream. I don't know. That might be combining things that shouldn't be combined. Did all that runite only get you 90 smithing? Well, I did struts to 84, and then all of the smelting of 77.8 thousand runite bars got me to nearly 93, which we're wrapping up 93 momentarily. Coffee ice cream sounds good, not gonna lie. Oh. Already been dethroned from number 3. What is this thing even? Is this like... I get experience? Is this like how much you chat or something? And how much you... I don't know what this is. It's invaded my chat since 2 months ago. It might be related to chats. Let's see. Oh, hey, Switch. Couldn't feel the mobile OSRS talks and felt compelled to stop by and say hi. Alright. Thank you for completing your obligation. It's nice to talk to people out here, so. There's apparently dryers slash... Oh, I see. The ice cream. That jalapeno ice cream. It had some kick, but not... Yeah, I know there's like jalapeno jam. We've had that before, and it's really not like... It's actually more sweet than spicy. Tajin. Interesting. Amazing on a lot of fruit. Participation in the chat. Gotcha. So everyone needs to spam. Got it. I mean, that probably does something to like the YouTube algorithm, right? Are you going for every graceful set if you make it that far? That's a good question. I have no idea. I mean, I don't think I have loads of marks of grace. Like, I was kind of thinking I would go dry for the squirrel, but then I kind of got spooned him at 87, so... And once you go, what is it, 10 or 20 levels above your level, above the level of the course, you don't get as many marks of grace, so I don't really have that many. Well, okay, so to get the colors, you'd have to have Currend, Birthorpe? Hold up. I'm having a brain fire right now. Some brain flatulence. Birthorpe, yes. Birthrope was what it was when I was a kid. Just because I can't read. And some kind of agility course. I mean, it kind of makes sense to me, but... That's a good question. I feel like yes. I'm gonna say yes for now. I've had jalapeno cherry ice cream actually. Wow, that sounds a little bit different than my vanilla. 0 out of 10 do not recommend. Might have loved it though. Well, someone's gotta like it, I guess. Otherwise they wouldn't make it, right? The speedrun set. There's one in Varrock? Oh, like the speedrun. That's from the like speedrun worlds, right? Maybe? Unless I'm making those up. Maybe it's just a fever dream that they added these worlds where you can like try to speedrun quests. Because that sounds ridiculous. That's kind of wild, actually. Like, they spent dev time on that. Anyway. Speed. Gotta go? Oh, alright. Thanks for stopping by, Brennan. Sorry. Take care, chat. Much love, buzz. All the best. Keep the Faladaddy fun going. Glasses. Fire. Glasses. Yeah. Don't like explosions. Alright, well, yeah, thanks for stopping by, Brennan, and moderating this wild chat. Dev time doesn't actually exist. It's true. Can you explain the current status of the account? I sure can. Although, maybe you can ask me again in like a couple minutes. Because I'm going to get this level and I have to sound like I was talking about this level. So, but if you can't wait that long, I did talk about it near the beginning. And there we have 93 smithing. Wow. Rune square shields, which we already have. But we can boost for something else. Let's go check it out. For some reason, OBS, my recordings, they can't, like, pause anymore. I don't know. What am I looking for? Okay. Oh, yeah, that huge stack of rune bars. And a boost. Okay. Oh, that's smart. And so I just have these ridiculously long recordings, which are just me running to and from the anvil over here. Ooh, we grew a level, so we're gonna get more XP. Oh, geez, that looks so far off. Smacking these scorpions with a banana. Where'd my music go? What's going on? It is dead. Okay. Weird. Alright, listen to that. Alright. Alright. Here we go. We drink. And we make the Rune Warhammer. And this is actually a chunk task. Not making it, but wielding it. Because that is a 40 strength requirement. And apparently we couldn't prove that we had 40 strength. So, there you go. There's the proof. Wow. Alright. But I prefer the banana. Boom! Take that. I don't think it's best in slot Lynch, because I think the Rune 2H would probably be better. I don't know when that clip was. I was just watching it last night of when they had the birthday event, whenever the birthday event was. But I have been wearing this banana since that event. It's all I need. Okay, sorry. I'll answer your question now. Jackson PBM. The current status of the account. Yeah, so we, let me see. So we, a year and 4 months ago now, so what is that, 16 months ago, we rolled this eastern chunk, and that gave us quite a few things to do, obviously. It gave us a squirrel, which we did. It gave us the mining cape, which we did. Gave us 89 crafting for amethyst dart tips, which we have not done, but we're, you know, pretty close. But all passively. And it also gave us bagged plant cellar, which kind of threw a huge wrench in this chunk, because the bagged plants can be planted in a POH without a saw. You just need a watering can. And so I don't have a saw, and really I have a house, but I cannot walk there. But now that I have the bag plant cellar and I have the construction real estate agent, I should have to get 99. And because I can teleport to my house and can teleport back without ever like leaving my chunk, I should have to get it, right? You could make an argument that it's just ridiculous because of my source of law runes, and that's probably valid. My best source of law runes is White Knights for 3 of them at a drop rate of 1 out of 128. Alternatively, I could catch Overworld Essence Simplings for 11 law runes at a rate of 1 out of 100. And I need 2 for every inventory that I would take 2 from my house. So, a little bit different than the other bag plant grinds you may have seen from like Limpwort, for instance. The law runes make it way more complicated. And so it actually will take me less days if I buy much more expensive bag plants, because I'll just need significantly fewer law runes. And what I've settled on is bagged yew trees, which are 20k each. And so 1 billion GP could get you 50,000 of them. And 50,000 of them can get you to about 93 construction from where I'm at. So, to get all the way to 99 is about 1.7 bill. But what I'm working on right now is I'm trying to get just 1 billion GP. You know, simple 1 billion. A small loan, 1 billion, you know. And then use all that to get 93 construction, and then we'll reevaluate what the best construction method is for me, because I actually have 2 ways to train construction in this chunk. There is what I'm doing, which will be bag plants, and then there is also token experience from the Beehive Forestry event, which that sounds pretty awful, but its experience scales with your construction level. So at 93, it might be more viable than this actually. In which case, I'd switch to that, and that would also be a good chance for me to, you know, get more seeds for passive Tingle Root chance and stuff like that, and, you know, finish off 200 mil with good experience. But if that turns out to be significantly slower, I'd probably come back here and finish up the 700 mil that I'd be lacking. So basically, the name of the game right now is money, and I have all of the Runite bars for 1 billion GP. So I need to make them into, well, okay, I have 1 billion GP worth if I get the best alch value for each bar, and that comes from Rune Plate Legs at level 99. So right now I'm working on getting 99, but I actually just need 98 because I can +1 boost with my Dwarven Stout. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Yeah. Don't you dare. Thank you. You probably just saw me coming over my banana stance. Like, I'm not messing with that. I'm out. I have to say 40 XP per hour isn't bad by chunk XP rates. I know, it's honestly like pretty darn good. 40k per hour. And there was a while in there where I was stopping to figure out the world cycle plugin thing. So it's actually probably higher than this. And for a while there I wasn't using the world cycle, I was just going world at a time, which is apparently 50 to 60 7% of the cycle method, so. Did they remove the world hopping limit? I have heard reports otherwise, and I'm pretty sure we'll find out eventually. But, yeah. I'll have to find something else to do then, which there's pretty much 2 options. I have my rune simi, which actually I don't think I put the ornament kit I got on. Let's go do that. That'll be fun. It's crit. Can I pause this? I pause it over here, right? Pause. Okay, paused. Let me see. I think I have rune simi. Yes, I do. And I have a ornament. Oh, are you guys ready for this? I don't think you're ready. Forgot to add this on. Wow! Now it has a tail. Wow. That's beautiful. Alright, I don't know where to put it now, though. I guess I'll put it with my other rune stuff. Wow. I'm becoming a menace. Oh, yeah. Alright, sorry, that was a little detour. Because we don't need that anything. Fashion state. Rune Simi has a crab claw now. Yeah. At least I'll get to use that. I don't really know what to do when I kill the White Knights. Good range. I have like a ridiculous amount of arrows. It'd be nice to get 99 defense though. Like, I'm pretty sure I can just get 99 and all this stuff. So maybe it doesn't matter what I do first. In which case, you'd probably prefer attack to hit more often. If I'm gonna go overall 99 on everything, then maybe I do range, because that's probably my fastest kills. I don't know. I'll probably just pick one. We'll see. Pretty close. 85 to 89 crafting. I mean, it's pretty close. Kind of. It's only a couple 100,000 amethyst arrow tips. You're doing the grind is why I love the series stuff. That's true. Yeah. More oak tree content. Yes. I do miss the oak tree. Although I probably won't actually get that many bird's nests from that because I'd be doing the chop hop method. Well, no, I'd still get quite a few because I'd chop down my yew tree that I'm growing for the logs to get the best like experience from the beehive, and that would get me lots of nests and stuff. But then the actual like, doing the beehive stuff would not get me very much nests because I'd just be doing the chop hop method where you get like one chop per tree. So you don't get it. What don't you get? How can I help you understand, Mr. Juke Wook? I don't know why, but your name just reminded me of a Facebook friend that I have that I saw that he posted a girlfriend application on his Facebook. I'm like, I don't think that's the move, man. I don't think that's gonna get it done, but I guess we'll see how the results come out. We'll see. The plates. So crazy. Might even work. Reverse psychology. Yeah. That'll just fall for him right away. He smacks wooden wheels, teaches him how to smack metal. He sells to buy bag plants. Clearly, yes. The plan all comes together. The trees. Well, so at the end of last chunk, oh darn, I missed it. The end of last chunk, I was doing what's called the chop hop method, where you have an alt that goes and primes the trees, and then the forestry events, and then you just come through and chop a tree next to it to get eligible, and then your other account chops it down, and they have the forestry kit. And that means that all you will have done is chopped down one normal tree. Which means you won't get many bird's nests from that. But if it spawns a beehive event, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So from that part, I'm not going to get very many bird's nests. But the beehive event itself, you use logs on the beehives to repair them. And the better your logs, the better XP you get in construction. And so I'm going to be doing new logs for a good balance of XP there. So my AFK thing will be yew trees, and then when I'm able to hop on here on RuneLight and multi-log easier, I'll do the chop hopping and use my yew trees. But that's, sorry, my yew logs, but that's a ways off. So, but point is, yeah, the oak trees would be kind of involved. But any experience I'm getting is probably coming from yews. Hey, Rock Zombie, the goat. I don't even know. I'm kind of surprised that Hannibal actually hasn't gotten his beef. How is he sitting? Where's his experience at? You just mentioned goat, which reminds me of Sears Supreme. What's he doing? Only 65 million XP. Yeah, I will say that's one thing. I haven't really had many bad pet grinds yet. Like, I've kind of been spooned everything in terms of pets. Like, I mean, I don't know if you'd call it spoon. I got my first beaver at 29 mil, which, I mean, isn't lucky. But it's not 60, what did I say? 65 mil. So, it's not that bad. Spooned Rocky. He also got spooned Rocky, to be fair. I'm going to say that 87 agility is pretty spooned for the pet here. What other pet do I have? Rock Golem, I got that at like 70. So like, so far it's been a pretty good account to require yourself to get skilling pets on. It's not 65 though. Is Tango still back? Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't get lucky on. By the time I got the 88 farming that I needed, I had only had like a 13% chance of getting the pet. So that just means not Omega spooned, like Extreme Gnome. But yeah, so it's backlogged right now. When I get another patch, it becomes unbacklogged, and we'll give it another shot. Because, you know, getting just one pet chance per like 4 to 12 hours is just, or 4 to 8-ish hours, is just really bad, especially considering that my trees can die and I don't have secateurs to help them. So like, it's pretty bad with just one patch, not gonna lie. Having 2 patches, whether it's an allotment patch or another tree patch, it would just make it so much more, like, it feels like at any point you're working towards planting something, whereas with one patch. It's just kind of like, well, I guess I can up how many seeds I have in between here, but not really, you know, not really going anywhere until this tree is done, which takes hours. So, I mean, there's a reason it's a super rare pet. And in hindsight, it was pretty ambitious to have that initial list of requirements, but it would make sense to start in the chunk and say, this is my requirements, but I'm not doing this one, which directly fits in my requirements. So I gave it a shot, but someday I will have the Tangle Root on this account. Guaranteed it. Saw a Reddit post of someone with level 1 leaving in the pet. I swear, that Rocky is a little bit too eager to follow people around. I don't know what that raccoon is doing. Maybe he wants to eat those shrimp people get off Tutorial Island. Or bread. It's bread, right? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But, like, especially Rocky, you know? $23 KC Rex. That's pretty lucky too. Hey Crocodile. Hey man, hope you're well. Been loving this series ever since you started. Thanks man. Yeah. Working on the next video right now actually. And by that I mean working on the account. Which I'm hoping that the next video will be in 2025. That's my hope. Because next video is going to be up after I finish strutting to 98 and then smithing 77.8 thousand runite bars at the anvil in the Dwarven Mines. So only get the heron on your account. That's one. Yeah, I feel like those kind of pets can get spooned pretty easily. I don't know. For some reason, Heron and Rocky. I guess Beaver I've also seen spooned. So, I'm so glad I rolled a fruit tree. I grow half the things. I need to protect them. I know, right? Like, all my stuff requires fruit tree stuff, and I don't have them. Sad. Even if I did, I think I'd run into a problem with baskets. Like, my only source of baskets is the basket of strawberries. That's 1 out of 100 from Gourmets. The end goal is still to have fun. Being AFK for potential use for Tangle to drop. So you can move on. It's just silly. I mean, it is kind of silly, but wouldn't that... it'd be such a cool thing, though. Part of me wishes that I stayed, but... yeah. It's really tough because it's like... it directly relates to time. Like... I mean, you could say everything directly relates to time, but like, you can plant it and then not do anything, and it's just as efficient almost as playing that whole 4 hours between your oak trees growing, you know? So like, you can't grind. It's like that, which is kind of one of these accounts, but I don't know. If the situation was a bit different, it'd make more sense for it to be a requirement, but like, for instance, seaweed spores, maybe? Like, if you had Fossil Island seaweed spores, I feel like those have a good pet chance, they grow fast, and you get the seeds passively. Like, like that would be a good way to just sit there and grind the pet, it feels like. If you have a chunk. That chunk, you know. Hey, Daryl. Welcome, welcome. Late, but not too late, because you're still alive. 88 and 6. Good to see you, Buzz. Good to see you too. 88 and 6. 99 farming, still no pet. Sad face. That is sad face. You gotta hit 200 mil. And then it's like pets every inventory, you know? Daryl is everywhere. He is the chunk guy. Is there a fossil chunk? Like a chunk account that does Fossil Island? I don't know. I have not heard of one if it exists. But... oh jeez, it's right here. I don't know where you'd even... what you could do here... don't have any... I think you're pretty much just doing Tangleroot, honestly. Yeah, maybe there's something. I feel like you'd have to do kind of like what Segas is doing with Soul Wars. Just unlock the whole thing almost. Or maybe it'd make more sense to start with just this main chunk actually. This does actually seem kind of interesting. Although I think you'll run into a problem where do you need construction to build that bank chest? I don't really like chunks that require setup. You know, I thought I saw that someone was doing a Prif Dennis one. That's like so much setup. Feels like your account's half over by then. So, yeah. The ones that have no setup, I think, are the best. Yeah, personally. But I would be interested in watching the Fossil Island chunk. I don't know if they'd be making an exception to, like, get that bank chest. Or maybe you'd be starting out... maybe starting out as a ultimate, kind of, until you've unlocked this bank. I could finish this as an ultimate, kind of. I mean, you can't really do agility. I know, Cat Jam. I could have sworn that Cat Jam existed in my chat, but I guess it doesn't. The 7 TV, whatever it is. I don't really mess with that stuff much, but I could have sworn Cat Jam. Can I like tab complete Cat? No. Can tab get lost? Okay, there we go. Quit milking the roll, bro. Yeah, you could say that. I mean, it is gonna be a while. Someone asked earlier how long I thought it was gonna be, and my conclusion was like 3 years, which would make it. It would make it less than 5 year, a less than 5 year chunk. Which, I mean, what more can you really ask for, right? I don't know if I've heard. What is the longest chunk anyone's had? I don't know. I guess it depends on what you consider the longest chunk anyone's had. Because there's probably been people that have started in one chunk and have never rolled a second chunk. And then technically, they've been in their chunk like the longest, right? Limport's first chunk? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I was in my first chunk more longer than... Pretty sure I was in my first chunk longer than Limport, I think. Tom had a longer... Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Hannibal's been pretty long. I guess it kind of depends. How are we talking? Like if we're talking real time, or we're talking play time. Because I mean, if we're talking play time, mine was 8,750 hours. That might be a hard one to beat. 10,000 in-game hours. 2.5 years in real life. Wow. That's quite a bit there. Two and a half years. 10,000 hours. Let's do the days first. 2.5 times 365. Okay. Inverse that. Where is that? Faladaddy. Okay. Times that. Sorry. We're doing calculus over here. 10,000. It'd be like 11 hours per day. That's even higher than my average. My average is like 10 or 8. No, I think my average is 8. I think I average 8 per day. That's because I can't play on weekends. Hardly at all. That's true. TQ did feel like it took forever. Good import. Slams. Let's go. School's out. Oh, I put this in my first video, and like a bajillion people asked me the name of this song. It's the one that plays during the dunce random. It's gonna stick with me because I had to answer like 50 times. So. The article should know more than me. It's journalism. Get to the bottom of it, inside your soul. How's the wife? How's the kid? How's the buzz? Let's see. I'll answer one at a time. Wife. Pretty good. We just had our oldest 6th birthday, and that was stressful for her. She doesn't like hosting parties, but we've been keeping it to just family, which has helped, but it's still overwhelming for her. So, and then tomorrow is our oldest's first day of school. And so she's kind of nervous about that. We're doing some kind of like community homeschooling kind of thing. And so that'll put a lot of pressure on her shoulders, but she's excited for it. The kids doing mostly good. Our youngest is in this phase where she likes to, she's getting very dramatic. And she's not quite at the terrible 2s yet. She's at the terrible 1.75s. So, alright, let's go probably 1.66. But, yeah. What else? Yeah, it's just been kind of tough. She's just been really clingy to mommy, Falamommy, so I can't help very much. Um, but yeah, and you know, this time of year, they kind of smell that school's starting, and so they can feel that things are going to be changing and gets a little bit edgy, you know. And then your days are just tumultuous, but that's also just being 6'4" and 1.5, you know. But yeah, they're pretty good. I've been doing pretty good. Anything notable about me? Fixed my shed. There's a big hole in it. Just a couple weeks ago, or last week? 2 weeks ago? I guess 2 weeks ago. Our fence's gate had broken. Some utility workers broke it, and the other side was broken because some dummies, whoever built it, didn't put any pea gravel on the bottom, and so the water couldn't go down, and it's, you know, the water flows down the hill into this fence, and then they have a downspout coming right into the fence, so it just rotted and fell over. Like, awesome. But I installed the new fence, which is good. What else in Faladaddy? Work's been good. Been slowly getting more used to JavaScript, the world's language of all time. But I feel like I'm kind of getting, you know, the hang of it a bit, so I can be more of a leader than a follower now. So that's good, considering I'm supposed to be the leader, but whatever. But yeah, pretty good. Cars have been acting up, but those are just cars. But yeah, pretty good. Thanks for asking. I bet Tom's already gone, but good night, Tom. I like to call that she-teen toddler because they think they know everything. I know. Well, okay. Well, another thing is our youngest. Our first two, they were pretty communicative. They talked fairly well, but our youngest has not taken on talking very quickly. Like she has like literally 0 words in her vocabulary, which is, we're told not to be concerned about that until she's 2, and that's the case. But she communicates. We've been doing like some sign language stuff. So she can listen to us just fine. She knows what we're saying. But just means that, you know, I have to be looking at speech therapy at sometimes. So it's good. Me and my partner will have a 10-year anniversary next month. It's exciting. 10's a big number. So congrats. And I guess, what are we on? Married in 18? I'll probably get in trouble if I don't know that. So I guess what we're on? We're on 7 going on 8, I think. Not bad. My oldest has better vocab than me at 3. Youngest just grunts. Yeah. It's crazy how different kids are. Like, from one to the next, they can be totally different in their development. And I'm like, why? Probably like middle kid stuff, youngest kid stuff, oldest kid stuff. Part of it too. Oh, and another thing that I don't really know how to fix it necessarily, but so our kids, they like to watch shows on the TV, and we do a decent job at limiting them, like not perfect, but you know, we're not letting them watch on tablets or all day, you know. like maybe a total of an hour a day. But the problem is that they want to watch like things on YouTube. They'll watch Paw Patrol, which is a kids show about dogs. There's whatever. But they're just cut-ups of the show. You never watch a full show from the beginning to the end. And so if you're just watching cut-ups of the show, you're just seeing all the action bits. And that is like a huge problem with kids these days, is they can't have attention, you know? That's why kids are addicted to TikTok and stuff like that, where it's just, you know, you need 12 seconds and then on to the next thing, you know? And by showing them these cut-ups, it kind of feels like we're encouraging that, you know? And so it was really brought to my attention when, like, I found out that my YouTube TV subscription could get them these Blaze and the Monster Machines full episodes. And they said that they don't want the full episodes, they just want to watch the cut-ups on YouTube. I'm like, what? Then you don't know the episode, what happens. It just, once it gets done with the exciting part, it goes on and then the next one's exciting part. It's like, so I'm not sure how to fix it, but that's something that we now know we have to be considerate about. So siblings make the others grow faster. Yeah, probably. There's probably been a lot of research about that, actually. Brain rot. Uninstall YouTube TV. Easy peasy. Make them watch actual shows. Well, yeah. Well, it's not YouTube TV. That's the problem. It's YouTube on the TV. They have like a smart TV that has like a YouTube like app on it or whatever. And that's how like, they know how to operate that, and so they can turn on Paw Patrol or whatever by themselves. But we probably just have to be more forceful about it. Found out my daughter was watching Bluey cuts on YouTube at her grandma's. She would come home cracked down. Let's give it for no TV at grandma's rule, unfortunately. Yeah. Either way, you're gonna feel like the bad guy. Well, you're gonna sound like the bad guy, but you can remove it also. That's probably true. I think we just have to transition them off of it, because I didn't realize how much of a problem it was until they didn't want to watch a full episode. Like, we were just doing those cut-up things because, you know, it's free and don't have to buy a subscription to the actual platform that has the full episodes, you know. But it's actually not good at all. Like, when I try watching, I have no idea. It just jumps around all the time. So just ban YouTube for them. Yeah. I feel like we're probably headed that way. Just have to have a suitable alternative. It's on Disney. Yeah. We don't have Disney Plus or whatever it's called. So we'd have to get that probably, because also kids these days, they're not used to having to sit through commercials like we did when we grew up. So like, also these days you can just skip, you know, YouTube, you just skip things, or you have ad block if you're on desktop or something. But they're full length, Little Bear, Franklin, etc. shows on YouTube. I'll watch with them. Also, like, are those PBS or whatever those are? We have Netflix and other streaming stuff. If they want to watch proper stuff, they can. Yeah. Yeah. See, we were bumming Hulu off of my wife's mom. We were bumming Netflix off of my mom. I think we're still bumming Amazon Prime off of my mom. So like we're not paying for any of these subscription things, and just they've all just kind of chosen to stop them because they don't really use them anymore, and so those aren't really options for full shows for us anymore, unless we decide to pay, which would be a reasonable capitalist thing. You know, we want the thing, they're offering it, we give the money for the thing. But I also would love to just like have them watch like VeggieTales or Winnie the Pooh. Like we have DVDs, you know. But whatever it would be that isn't YouTube would require them to like relearn what watching things feels like. Which, I mean, it's kind of a rip a band-aid off kind of thing because it's gotta happen. That's life. I was hanging out with my nieces and we watched a Pokemon movie. There you go. I tried showing them Pokemon and they cried. Like the old original Pokemon series. Oh no. There we go. Oh, I got it still. Sweet. Tubi? First Pokemon movie. Which plugin makes the screen dark when hopping? I don't think it's... Well, okay, it is a plugin, but it's not intended. That's caused by the Region GPU plugin. And so it will turn the... Like if you go to the edge of my map, and you'll see it be that color. Like these chunks over here. And so while you're hopping, it doesn't think that this chunk is in your set of chunks. And so it turns that color. Like you're not supposed to be here. My two nephews are night and day. One is a chill little quiet nerd who wants story, and the other is hyperactive and only wants cuts and action. Yeah, that'd be hard to accommodate both of them, not gonna lie. Only chunk players have this. Oh, yeah. I mean, you could have it if you're not a chunk player, just you'd have to like unlock all of the chunks to make it seem like normal. And there might be something you can do, I don't know. Oh, it's only an issue at holidays. There you go. Yeah, my sister-in-law, her son, I mean, not officially diagnosed, but I'm willing to say that kid probably has ADD. Always has to be doing something. And that's a lot different than our family, where, I mean, they're kids, they want to play, but it's not like... Well, they're also from California, which is a bit different than out here in the Midwest or Plains, and they're just slower here. They always have to be doing something physical with them. Baseball, surfing, stuff like that. Just it's very different than here. So I don't know if that's a kid thing or a where you're from kind of thing, but noticed that when they stopped by this summer. So. Still grinding the beaver, eh? Sounds like that's a fun pastime these days for company. Let's see. I think I have more. Oh yeah, they evened out 6 and 6. But if you think about it, I'm only at like 50 million mining experience, but I'm at like 120 mil woodcutting. old sauce boss is a wonderful supreme chunk. No, I didn't know. Semi-supreme. Okay. Oof, don't go full hog there. Okay, it's great. I'm not sure where to blur the line between semi-supreme and extreme plus. I feel like people have called it extreme plus before. It's my main difference is I do every drop once, including rare drop too. Interesting, as opposed to every drop from every monster. Yeah, yeah. I mean that way also makes sense. I would agree. I just spilled some of my fake lemonade. It's fake because I just squeezed this lemonade tasting stuff into water. But I just didn't like how, for instance, in Slay Brother, I don't know if you've ever watched Slay Brother, but I didn't like how when he it was either when he hit the Calphite Queen or when he hit the Chaos Elemental. He's like, I don't need the 2H because I got it from the other one. I'm like, well, it's kind of like a drop from, I don't know, it feels like you should have to get it, right? And so, but like, it's not unique to either of them because the other one has it. So, and then it's like, how is that different than, you know, a coins drop from this man versus a coins drop from this goblin? And so then it's kind of a slippery slope of how to make it so that you have to get that Dragon 2H for both of them without making it so that you have to get everything from everything. And I'm like, well, I kind of just want to do everything, so I'm just going to take it all away and say I have to get everything. So it's kind of the thought process there, but I totally understand just getting everything once. A seed table. Yeah, some of the seed tables are pretty diabolical, not gonna lie. Especially, there's this, if there's these like zombies or something in a crypt in Shazian, and the rate of some of those seeds is absurd. Like, going for like 1 or 2 seeds probably is even ridiculous. Like, I don't know. Like, some drop rates, I don't even know. Which is obviously where there's like discretion involved, right? Kind of all chunk accounts have some kind of discretion. Which is fine, you know, you're trying to fit the adventure to your playstyle and stuff. Oh, I missed it. Sleep well. Broken strut. That's what I love about this. Everyone's account is unique. Yeah. I mean, it's really hard to compare accounts at all. Like, I mean, for instance, I get compared to Limpword quite a bit. But it's really, like, totally different. Like, we've had the same chunks, but, you know, our situation is way different. And what we choose to do is way different. And so it's like, there's not really a whole lot that's the same, except we're in the same spot and have similar, like, ish methods and stuff. And so each account is going to be so different. Even if you start in the same chunk as someone else, it can you know, your rules and exceptions and stuff can be way different. And the path that it just happens to go could be way different too. I wonder if someone made a plug-in to tow Worlds of Broken Struts. I do not know. But, who's his face? You missed him. Brewscape was in here saying that these worlds, the British worlds at nighttime, are very dead in America. Or, nighttime in America are very dead. So, he kind of helped me get set up with this world cycle plug-in. So I got these British worlds set. So, invading Britain overnight here. Gotta go, thanks for the stream. No problem, Lone Hydra. It's always nice seeing people your names in here, so thanks for stopping by and chatting a bit. So, have a good evening, or night, or whatever it is over wherever you are. So, did you see the gem bag no longer gives the collection log slot for Onyx? I did not know that. I guess. I don't know. It's getting close to my curfew. But, they roll to break every 58 seconds, and there's a guaranteed break every 3 minutes 56 seconds. So if you cycle between 20-ish worlds, you're guaranteed to get more breaks more often. Yep, that's what the wiki says. And usually, the wiki is correct. Except when they're not. Like they didn't have... I'm still proud that I added the 2 bronze arrows to the guard's drop table. How was that not there? It appears we are encroaching the hop limit also, so it might be a good time to wind down here. Ah. What's it gonna say? Alright, we're in. You'll never guess which chunk I just finished. You never know. But this man knows a lot about struts. So. Keldagram. Interesting. Would not have guessed that. Keldagram, eh? Is that where we started? I can't follow. Interesting. Like over here? Yeah, the dungeons are kind of... They make it really interesting. Because they don't have like an overworld equivalent necessarily. So yeah, if you start in Keldagram, you got quite a bit of underground there. I have to catch up on your series. Mole man. Or what was that, I don't know what his name was. Cave only, or whatever. Yeah, caveman. Yeah, that's the one. See, my thing is I don't actually watch too much chunk stuff these days. I like make sure to watch Verf and Limport. But other than that, I just have so much. I'm subscribed to way too many Husker football stuff, and so I listen to their podcasts all the time, and I just don't have any time for anything else. But I kind of feel like that helped me, you know, like if you focus entirely on this goal, it you know, it can beat you, you know. So like if you don't give it the time of day, kind of, you just mindlessly do it while thinking about other stuff, then it doesn't feel like you're even grinded, you know. So I was way off base. I went into the Underminer from The Incredibles. That's a lot of time to invest in watching Nebraska get 8th in the Big Ten. What do you mean? We're going to the college football playoffs this year. Like we were supposed to last year and the year before. There's just a lot of Kool-Aid. We drink a lot of Kool-Aid around here. But this is our year, yeah. Okay, there's reason to believe that it could be our year. But there's lots of reasons to also not believe. I'm just excited because the season is here and we'll get to find out which of those you're supposed to is the right one, you know, the believing or not believing one. We went to A&M, so I still harbor some feelings towards Nebraska, but loved watching y'all beat Texas. Texas. I think we can unite in cause against Texas, right? What a rotten establishment. Although I will say, Texas A&M, you guys have our athletic director now. You guys, I don't know how that happened exactly, but he's there now. He left his alma mater to go to Texas A&M for some reason. The only thing I mean, I was pretty young and we didn't really have cable when we were in the Big 12. So I didn't get to watch that many, but the one that just sticks out like a sore thumb in my mind is that I think it was a conference championship game against Texas where they put 1 second back on the board so that Texas could kick a game-winning field goal. And it's like, it was pretty clear that they didn't have 1 second left. But Texas just gets preferential treatment, and I just don't like it. My partner never wants to step back in Texas. They said nothing, going into it again. Yeah, well, I don't really have a problem with Texas, the state. Just the University of Texas. I just don't like it. The Longhorns. I just. Although, I will say, as we've been in the Big Ten for longer, it's become more of just Iowa is just so stinky and it's so close. And everybody hates them. But, I don't know, Texas, there's always room for disliking Texas. Although, in my prediction, I think that Texas is probably going to make it to the national championship this year. Whether we like it or not. I may or may not have known that kicker. Let's hope we may have not. That caused great distress. I'll say that. I just wish that we could get back to being good. That's kind of like, you know, anytime you talk to any Husker fan, that's what you'll hear, you know, or any reference to Huskers at all, pretty much. It's just Husker football, or football is better when the Huskers are good, or like, they've just been really bad, and they were like, I saw something where, like, if you were to do an ELO ranking of all of the teams in the last like 40 years or something, Nebraska is still like ranked 8th or something, or was it like I think it was 3rd actually, or no, I'd have to look at it again, but it was a single digit number, which is like, if you think about Nebraska in most kids' lifetimes these days, it's like an afterthought, Nebraska. So, but anyway, this is not a live stream to talk about Nebraska. It's about RuneScape and repairing struts for hours and hours and days and weeks and months. Alright, but I think it would be responsible of me to end my stream here. Let's see. Let's get a good end here. Alright, so thanks everybody for stopping by. I had a great stream. I always enjoy it when I hop on here eventually. Finally done with the smelting. Now we get to go on to the bonky bonks. So that's exciting. Honestly, I will probably feel obligated to do a stream when I finish with the bonky bonks and go to the making of rune legs, but I can obviously hope to do it sooner. I just, you know, life's busy, kids, work, everything, Husker football, you know, obviously. So, but yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. It was a joy, and I will catch you next time. Smell y'all later.